Sexual fun fact number 175. What is a millennium aphrodisiac night? If you live in San Francisco, you might know this. The Millennium is a vegetarian restaurant in San Francisco, and every Sunday, closest to the full moon, they offer a tantalizing 5-course meal. Each course is designed to excite your palate, as well as other sensual sensibilities. The climax of the affair is a sensuous dessert and Chinese herbal love potion for 2. Now, this is great to go to a restaurant to do, but you may be able to create this at home yourself. The Den recommend. Now, we couldn't have Charlotte here in the Den without giving us some practical skills and how to put some of her herbal knowledge to use for improving our own sexuality. So we're going to create a love potion here, and I just love that name. That makes me want to laugh. That's so cool. So what do we have here? What are we going to do?
Well, we're going to make a tincture, and a tincture is nothing more than throwing some herbs in a jar, pouring some alcohol over it. The alcohol then will extract the elements of the herb, and then we can strain it out and make a drink out of it.
Oh, okay.
And so we start with one of my favorite herbs, Damiana. And we talked about how wonderful it smells. So
nice. It
really
just
nice.
smells very herbal. Yeah.
Floral. And that's about an ounce. We'll put that in there. And then this is another one of my favorite things to include. This is rosebuds. And just smell how wonderful those are.
Nice.
Roses are another herb that is very moistening, so it'll be good for the sexual tissues. And the smell is very enticing and very sensual. So we need about, half an ounce there.
And there's a long history of combining or bringing together female sexuality with roses. Is that correct?
The idea is that it works on the mood and the attitude as much as it works on the body. Now here's an absolutely fabulous one. I love the name. This is horny goat weed.
Where did you get that name?
The people that were raising some goats saw that when they ate this particular plant, they became more frisky and more sexually active. And they said, I wonder if that would work for me. And they found out it does. So we absolutely have to have that in our love potion.
Nice, learning from the sex lives of goats.
Why not? And as you can see, we're measuring carefully. And we take about, looks like about 1/4 of an ounce. This is a big fluffy herb.
But so those of us that don't have a real knowledge of herbs, we're okay just sort of mixing and
Absolutely.
not really measuring? Okay.
There are some herbs that are known as generally regarded as safe, and that means that there's no real cautions on them. You can't overdose on them. And while this will be very stimulating, might keep you awake, it won't hurt you.
Okay.
This is another herb. This is a rainforest herb called Mira Palma, and this comes from South America, and it is well known for stimulating sexual activity. Now, as I said before, love potions don't really make you wanton, but they offer your body the opportunity.
Okay.
And then if the mind will follow, you're good. So that's
perfect.
about 1/2 ounce of that.
Maybe even just mentally knowing that you're drinking something that's supposed to, increase your sexuality and your libido may mentally kick you in also.
If you take the time to make something with your own hands that's sensual and you offer it to your lover and say, this is for you, this is to set our mood, you're already there.
Nice. There's kind of a ritual around that,
Yes.
too. I like that.
So this is hawthorn leaf and flower. This is good for the heart function and for circulation. So we want some of that. This is related to roses, by the way, and has some of the same properties. And we need something a little spicy, so we'll throw some cloves in there. And vanilla is well known for the fragrance. It just smells like love and comfort. And
Home cooking.
Home cooking.
Nice.
Just,
I love vanilla. And you recommend organic? I noticed that. Okay.
And then, because we love chocolate, this is actual raw cocoa nibs right from the bean. And we'll throw some of those in there. There's nothing like the smell of chocolate.
I'm going to eat some.
Yeah, me too. The smell of chocolate by itself, as we know, this will help the production of dopamine.
Oh, it's totally got that bitterness. Mm-hmm. That raw, yeah.
It's like eating the best dark chocolate you ever had.
Wow.
Now, this is nothing more than vodka, and vodka is great because it's half alcohol and half water, so the things that are soluble in alcohol will come out, and things that are soluble in water will also come out.
It's a nice little hidden bottle. Nobody knows you're carrying a
Well, I didn't want to,
vodka.
do a brand advertising. And you want to have enough to cover the herbs. And then I brought a secret ingredient, and this is vegetable glycerin. Now, we all talk about how that shouldn't be in your lube because it would promote the production of yeast overgrowth. But when you put it in here, it also helps as a solvent, and it's very sweet and warming. In fact, you may want to put this a little on your wrist.
Oh, to lick off or just to wear?
Well, you can lick it off, too. But you'll notice that it's very warming.
Oh, it totally is.
And this is the secret ingredient in things like the...
in the warming gels and stuff?
Yes.
Ah.
So we're going to put that in there, and it tastes really sweet. It's like honey. And so we'll put that in there. And now, there's a ritual involved.
So how long does this...
You shake.
For how long?
Once a day for 2 weeks.
Just
shake.
for a few minutes or something?
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's sort of nice because it reminds you every single day that you're making a love potion.
Wow.
And you should label it and put a date on it so that you know how long you've been shaking it.
So for 2 weeks, and it just sits out, or do you put it in the refrigerator, or?
You can have it sit out. It's best if it's in the cabinet where it's dark. It doesn't
Okay.
need to be exposed to sun. That would be a bad thing. So you shake that up. Now, most people don't have a tincture press. I do because I'm an herbalist, and so I have special ways of doing this. But for the home handy person, you can simply take your tincture that's already been made, since we don't have 2 weeks to wait.
This is just cloth?
This is a piece of clean cotton cloth.
Okay. Could you use like cheesecloth?
Cheesecloth works great.
Porous? Okay.
And what you're going to do now is separate the herbs from the liquid. And this is sensuous too.
Ooh. Nice.
And we'll just go ahead and squeeze that out. If you use cheesecloth, you may need to run this through a coffee filter to get all the grit out. But now we can take a little taste.
Do you sip it or actually do it as a shot?
Although you could start by sipping. If you want to do shots, well,
Oh.
it depends upon how much alcohol you're interested in imbibing.
Ooh. Oh, wow.
Me too.
That's intense. It's like, it hits my whole mouth and my tongue and like a lot of flavors. A little spiciness.
That can be mixed with some, if it's a little too strong, because it is a straight shot of alcohol, and you could put it with some sparkling water.
Well, thank you so much. Do you have any suggestions for anybody that wants to know more about making home remedies like this?
There's a great book. And this is by one of my favorite herbalists, Brigitte Mars, Sex, Love, and Health. And she really gives recipes. She gives places to buy herbs.
Nice.
It's a great resource.
So if you've ever made a love potion or want to try this out yourself, visit me at DrJennsDen.com or ZipZapToys.com and email me what you found out at Jennifer@DrJennsDen.com. Now go out and buy some herbs for yourself and be kind to yourself.